This is how it is going to go. We are going to have 7 days straight where we have picks that you can make with your chance to be BetTV's Betting Extraordinaire for a chance to win $25,000. If you get the first 3 questions right over the course of 3 days, you're going to win $250. If you get to day 5, you're going to win $2,500. And if you get through day 7, a week straight of correct picks, we're going to give you $25,000. No joke. If you get the first 3 questions right over the course of 3 days, you're going to win $250.
All right, Joey, welcome back to the show. You ready to answer the baseball question?
Yeah.
You heard it yet?
Give me the Astros. Okay. Gotta go with Giants plus 3.5. Gonna go with 2.
All right, there you are, Carlos.
I'm going Houston or none.
I would take the Giants.
I'm going to say 2, and in Spanish it's dos.
I know what 2 is in Spanish. I think he said dos.
Yeah.
Welcome to day 4 of Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. It has been a long time coming. We finally had some contestants get through the first set of the ladder for the contest, for the giveaway for $25,000, $250 in their pockets so far. 4 picks away from $25K. Both of them called in, Quan as witness, during Last Word Cheetah. It's going to be the Monday Night Football game. It's Lions-Packers. The question has to be from the game tonight. Carlos likes the Lions. There's a plus 12 out there in the market. We gave that to him. Joey likes the other side. He wants to lay it. So for the sake of, one, things get a little more challenging as you start to ladder up. It's not going to be as simple as picking a favorite on day 1 or picking a 50-50 proposition. At this point, we couldn't go sides. Plus, you guys are going head-to-head anyway. It wouldn't have been fun. But we have, I think, a good question. There's only 3 options because I want them to have a better chance than if there were 4. It would probably make it too unlikely, to be fair, for a day 4 level question. So, Quan, if you want to put it up there on the screen, I'll break it down. They can actually sit there if they're waiting to call, look at it a bit before they have it. Call in when you're ready. No rush. I'll sit here and sing you a song because I had some people texting me after you sang last week, Quan. They said never again, please. So I'll take those duties going forward.
You're a liar.
I thought it was fine.
You're
actually.
a liar.
Yeah. Pikachu said it scared him, though.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Metallic Voice said something.
He's had like 4 different voices. Yeah. Do we have it? There we go. All right, you guys got to tell me who scores the first touchdown tonight. The 2 favorites, Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. Any Lions player. I might have made me laugh to write that. Any Packers not correct. It should be any other Packer because it doesn't count Adams or Jones. It's the rest of the Packers, which is still, I think, a fair proposition. Obviously, there's plenty of weapons for Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers could run one in, any defensive special teams score, etc. But you get Dillon, you get Tanyan. Who else is there? MVS. There's one more I'm thinking of. Randall Cobb, Lazard. Okay. So those are the options there, essentially. Any Lions player, there you go. And again, D, good luck. It's not an option. You only have 3 to pick from. You don't have to pick from 4. I wanted to make it a little bit more likely. We got them both?
2 lifelines.
Oh, yes. Neither have used a lifeline. So for what it is worth, you get 2 lifelines during each round or each contest, and neither have used it. So the first is asking me what I would pick. I haven't said. I usually say after the fact, after the callers make their selections, which I would pick. We also find out what Quan would pick. You can also ask the audience, and we'll do a Twitter poll, and you'll have to go with the majority vote at the time of kickoff, which I will follow. So if you choose to ask the audience or ask me, you get 2 lifelines, 4 days left to go. But Thursday we could be playing for $25,000. So I hope that's the case. Quan, did they cut out? Oh no. Da-na-na-na. We do have their phone numbers. I will call them directly if we need to. It will be harder for the viewer to hear, but for those that missed Last Word Cheetah, we got a word from our phone service provider that they've been hacked, and I thought it was a joke. But he's like, no, the whole broadcast system industry is being hacked by bad guys. We'll check on the system and let you know and move things to a different server. Now, it worked for the majority of last show, but if we need to figure out an audible to
Bad guys, man.
make it happen, apparently the entire industry is under siege, and we were unaware until right before our show went off. Who tried to call in, by the way, first?
Carlos.
Okay. Can you text me his phone number, the one he uses to call in?
Yeah.
And I will call him directly if he wants to try calling one more time. We can, but try it. See if Joey works. See if it comes through. All right, Joey, we got you, man. How's it going?
Good. I like the question.
You do? Okay, so tell us why. Which one are you looking at picking?
But for me, it's A or C.
He got cut. All right. We'll get this in chunks. It's A or C. I mean, look, he doesn't like the Lions anyway. If he likes the Packers, then he needs to just eliminate B anyways out of the get. So, if he's laying it with the Packers, it's A or C. Joey, just try calling back one more time. I'll let you know. I don't have their phone numbers, though. You have the phone numbers over there coming through. That's pretty valuable. I don't think anyone knows Carlos's Twitter. I mean, he does, but I type in Carlos in the search and I have no idea. There's Hey, Joey, all right, tell us, A or C, lock it in before we might lose you again.
I'm going with A, Adams and Jones.
Okay. Any reasoning why? Just taking the two favorites. Packers, obviously, the favorite.
Yeah.
He said yeah. I got the yeah at the end. All right, Carlos, we got Joey's response. Is he on? All right, Carlos, what's up, man? How are you doing? He's not on. Okay. Just text me his phone number. I'll call him on the phone. I'll be able to have a regular conversation. To see his number? All right, well, I'm ready. As soon as he calls, we'll get Carlos on. I can speakerphone it right next to the mic. We'll try our best. And then hopefully the hacking stop by tomorrow. But A, before I actually break this down, A for Joey, he locked it in. Who scores first touchdown? And it's tough going. In my head, it's like, of all the players that could score first tonight, you're only picking two. But they're the two favorites. By the way, prices at one book, Adams plus 500, Aaron Jones plus 650. Carlos, try to call back in so I can get your number. Here we go. Don't say it out loud. We don't want everyone to know his number. 19. What were the last two digits? All right, I'm calling our good friend. Carlos, I got you. You're good. This is going to work. People might not be able to hear you as well, but you've heard the question so far, right?
I have, yes. But I didn't hear Joey's pick.
Okay, so he went with A. He chose Adams and Jones. I was just breaking down the prices for people. So Adams is the favorite. He's plus 500 to be the first touchdown scorer. Aaron Jones is the next favorite, plus 650. Then it drops down to some of the other options. Any Lions player, any Packer, aside from Adams or Jones, would be your other choice. And then you don't have to pick D. That's just a good luck from Quan.
Part of me wants to pick B, but I picked the Lions plus the points. And the fortune cookie, I'm going with the fortune cookie. Look, give me C, the Lions. Any line.
B, so that's B, Lions. We'll lock you in for that. I appreciate that you're sticking to your guns. The fortune cookie thing was not a setup. I don't know how that happened. People probably missed it at the end of last show. But if that's real, the Lions might be just scoring first. You know, Jamal Williams or Swift, if the run game works, like we got our little breakdown earlier, right, about Green Bay Packers defense, not very good. And was it Patrick that was betting some run prop overs he was looking at? Or first score prop, someone else was saying Jamal Williams was plus 250.
Like that.
So if you're right, I actually like B in that sense. You're sticking to your guns. You like plus 12 as well. We'll lock you in, Carlos. I appreciate you makeshift calling here. It worked out. Now you have my number. Just don't tell anybody next time I keep you from hitting a 4-team parlay for 16 to 1 odds.
He's gonna sell it.
Take it easy, man. Well, good luck tonight.
All right.
I really did do that last month. It cost him the win. So he could do unspeakable things now. Annie Lyon. Look, I think the best option is to go B or A. C, when you're taking away the two favorites of the whole game out of the equation, there's not enough for me on the other options. Although when you look down and you compare them to like Swift and Hawkinson and Jamal Williams, maybe that's incorrect. I just think there's a lot of what's the way to put this or articulate this? Natural variance in first team scoring, even if it's an underdog, a big underdog like they are tonight in the Lions. Like they can still score first and not cover, right? Maybe they lose the toss and Green Bay kicks off to them first, and now all the Lions players were undervalued because we don't know the coin toss yet. Like anything can happen. So I liked that option. I was kind of swiftly, not a play on words, but I was looking at Adams and Jones and how they lined up for their actual kind of implied odds of being the first score. Now, these types of props are vigged to hell. Like the books, like plus 500 is not a true, 16.7% chance. They're vigging you hard. That's for Adams. Jones is plus 650, right? It's like 13.3% or something in that range. But if you figure it out, you multiply them, you can figure out, okay, well, the market's implying that these guys do score first like almost 30% of the time. Again, they're being vigged, so it's probably more like a 1 in 4 shot. So I think it is the incorrect selection in the end, because if you only have 3 options, and those 2 are only probably the first to score about 25% of the time, maybe it's even a little less depending on what the house vig is on those. That means option B or C are correct. And I think the Lions was the best of those 2. I think the Lions first is the best chance. And look, if any of them had used the lifeline or whatever, that's what I would have said. And Carlos went with it anyway. So our guy, we made fun of him all last month, but I liked where he went with it. And I thought that Joey had the second best option though anyway. So as a whole, let's go Lions. We got the fortune cookie. Quan's wearing the jersey. And we got Carlos on the Lions to score the first touchdown tonight. Chance to make it through to day 4 tomorrow. You think of it this way. Like, I know they're the dog, but, like, maybe they're 40% to score first, and you're comparing that to, like, Adams and Jones are, like, 25%. Maybe it's more like 37% for the Lions. Again, I'm just kind of basing it off of the line off the top of my head, but it was too much value, I think, to get all of the Lions. But I was intrigued. The reason why, because Quan knows, I combined Jones and Adams, like, late. The link went up late. I was like, I wonder if anyone will figure out that, like, just taking the whole team, even though they stink and they're the Lions, ends up being the best option, even if you combine Adams and Jones. So I was thinking both of them would pick A. The 2 favorites, how do you not? Anyways, I'm kind of rambling now, but I think the Lions pick's the sharpest. So, Carlos, well done.
You know what would be great?
Yes.
9-0 Packers.
Shoot. D should have been none.
9-0.
If there's no touchdowns, we'll run it back tomorrow,
Okay.
day 4. But I forgot that happened to us on that one MLB favorites day.
Yeah.
It was like a 20-1 shot that none of them win, and of course.
I mean, it would be great. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to be a hater, but
if there's really no touchdown, yeah, we'll just have to run it back. That's on me. But D should have been none, and just like no one picks it, and then at least covers our butts. I mean, what are the true? That's got to be like in
their defense.
the 1% range of that's very unlikely. You probably can bet that somewhere for like 50 to 1. They won't give you true odds.
If the Lions are holding you to field goals, there's something wrong with you. So
here's the thing. Like, it's not. This is what's so crazy now. I know we're going on a little bit of a tangent. We'll wrap up the show. I appreciate everyone that was tuning in. Quan and I are going to wrap here for a bit. What's so interesting about just randomness in general, would it be out of this world if the Packers defense stepped up and the Lions just didn't score any touchdowns? Like, that wouldn't really surprise you, right? Now, the Packers not scoring touchdowns against the Lions would absolutely surprise you. But this is what's weird about randomness. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt 2 plays in. Now it's a backup quarterback. Everyone's talking about Jordan Love, and there's been that drama and weirdness for years now, and he comes in and just, like, stinks it up against the Lions. and it's 9-6 final. Like that happens like 1 out of 100 times or something. So if that really happens now because I forgot to add D as none, then that's the win. That's the fortune cookie.
Maybe Carlos winning is the fortune cookie. An unlikely win.
So the Lions still lose. Yeah,
it's Carlos.
No disrespect to Carlos, but that would be. Maybe he runs it up and just pockets $25K.
What, 5 in a row, 6 in a row?
He started the month betting like one game, no trends, no their due method, and he won 6 in a row. There was a push as well in there, I think, but then he started just veering the other way. Yeah.
So I think that's the unlikely. I'm going. I'm going any other Packer because that's what I would go with if they didn't pick it.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not jinxing anybody.
I'm pretty sure that's the worst option, so that makes sense. We'll have you lock that in. But I'm pretty sure. I should have just put none with C because that was like I think the least. Give an extra 1% equity to option C. Leave D is good luck. But anyway, if that really happens somehow, if it's halftime and there's really no TDs, I'm going to be getting texts from you. That's all I know. All right, man. Good job today. Hopefully the hackers slow it down on these phone calls.
Stop hacking
tomorrow will
us.
be a little smoother. I think the provider will get it locked down. We'll be good tomorrow. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hopefully back for a day 4. But if not, this is how it always works. If they lose, day 5. It's day 1 again. We reset, and anyone's welcome to call, and they can take their shot at $25K. We'll just keep looping them, running them back. Appreciate everybody. Back tomorrow, Last Word Cheetah on Bets TV at 1 Pacific.